do anything else. Hello, friends. Welcome. Give me a minute and I will add everything in and then we will get started in this very cold room with my super sunburn and we will do an hour live. Um, I'm planning on doing cookbooks. I'm so burned out from our moving. We're in week 4. And we're in the last couple of days and then it's bring the last truck home and make sure everything is clean at the house and take videos and be done by Friday. That's the goal. So we are in the home stretch. Um, okay, everything is loaded. All right, hello friends. Okay, so today we did 3 trips to the dump. I posted videos on Instagram, what it means to actually go throw everything out. Oh my gosh. First of all, this sunburn from volunteering at my son's school. Oh, and then on Friday, look at this. It's like purple. On Friday, this is what happens if you have connective tissue disease and lupus. You're like super prone to the sun. But look, it's only really on one side. It's not as much on that side. What the heck? I literally stood in one spot outside. Why is it mostly over there and not even over there? I had one outfit on, the same amount of coverage on both sides. It's not even like evenly proportioned. Like it hurts a little over here, but this is ridiculous. And now I have to go sit out there again on Friday for a dance for an hour. I think I'm gonna wear this hat. I think I'm gonna wear the this hat on Friday when I have to go to my son's school and sit outside. I think this is it. I think I should wear this hat on Friday when I go to his school. Will this protect my shoulders? Or it's not even enough, is it? I need a whole umbrella. I have to have a whole umbrella. This is ridiculous. Like maybe I have to wear like a turtleneck. Like how does this happen? Mostly on one side. So we went to the dump today. I posted videos on Instagram. Why it's such a tedious task to do if you can't just throw it on your corner. First of all, we had to rent the truck. We had to load this truck. Can't just take it to the corner, then drive it to this dump and unload it off the truck. It's inside of a warehouse, so my husband has to get out of the car and unload it in this warehouse, and it smells so bad. And it has like misters coming down. Like that's just what I want. I want to smell more dump. So tomorrow we go back to answer you and we finish the shop. Part of the deck downstairs where you're just chucking all the Christmas lights. The lights are fine, but the boxes are so damaged that I'm just gonna toss them and I'll get you guys new Christmas lights. So we're throwing them out. We're throwing out so much inventory we threw out today. Um, and then we have like cleanup upstairs, sweep, mop, a few odds and ends still, and a couple things from our closet. But we live in Utah and we told you this, that they helped us in our last house in Utah, the missionary boys and girls that pay to go and talk about Jesus Christ and serve their communities all over the world. So these boys keep asking to help. We keep turning everybody down. And today I was like, Brad, I'm really tired. Every bone hurts in my body. My ankle is black and blue because the children's bench that we were throwing out that was outside, metal rock pole from it rammed me in my ankle and it's like this thick out and black and blue. I'm not going to show you because it's gross. I hate when people do that. It's got a gash in it. I'm like, that's it. I'm so done. And then the sunburn. The sunburn is doing me in. I'm like, okay, I give. They're around the corner. Let's go. So we went around the corner and we were like, see, what it is they have to go like door to door and ask people, do you want to sit and talk? Do you want to pray? Can I help you with anything? So they're like bored as can all get out. So we went and we were like, do you want to take your suit off? They have to wear a suit. Like, yes. So you really, it's not light. Do you really want to help clean out the deck downstairs and bring the shop up. They're like, yep. I'm like, great. Tomorrow. We'll see you at 5. So they're coming tomorrow. They'll be able to do it for a few hours. They have to be back into their dormitory thing by dark. I'm going to have Brad get pizza and have it ready when they get there, and they can eat at will. And like, we'll pick it up on our way there, and they can just eat and drink at will. I'll bring some plastic cups with me and paper plates, and we'll feed them. And then we will tell them, based off of Brad's schedule, what time we'll be there on Friday to clean the house, because they plan to wipe out the downstairs. There'll be like 4 of them or 6 of them. They're young. They can go up and down the stairs. I can just stand down there and like throw the stuff in boxes and hand it to them, and they can just grab boxes, and then I can just throw the food trash into the bags and they can carry it. So we're going to do it. We're just taking the free help. So I found leftovers from when we used to sell adult products right before all this. It was in my arms with a peek of the word penis. So they have to abstain until marriage. No drinking, no drugs, no sex, no kissing, no nothing. I don't know if they saw it or not, but it's all my arms when they first came up to me when I was outside. So as soon as we got in the car, I went, wait, we got to go back inside. I have a whole plethora of hard cider beer. We need to bring it up because it's going to be right in their face. We went down and got it. This is how desperate I am. I'm just like so tired, you guys. So hopefully just 2 more days. Technically, we're not supposed to throw anything not in our garbage cans, and they won't take it. We're going to bag everything up that we can't fit in the garbage cans, and we're just going to pile it behind the cans and say, peace be with you, and leave it. I mean, there's only so much we can do. We did 3 trips to the dump. I'm not renting another truck. I'm done. I have to do it here to get the garbage, the cardboard out of here. So yeah, that's it. That's my story. All right, we're gonna do cookbooks. So I'm like so tired though, and the sunburn is beating me down. Like, you guys. I mean, it's red over here, but you barely can see it because this side is so bad. And now I have to go sit out in the sun again tomorrow. Oh my, on Friday for Walter. Okay, so our goal is not to be there on Saturday for anything. Brad has to get to work, and he got us Karate Kid tickets. We're also not 100% sure if we will have electric, water, or gas on Saturday, because I have to check and see when I have it being shut off. Is it Friday or Saturday? All right, easy sushi. Easy sushi. So I actually am going to try to find out if there's going to be power there on Friday, because we need to clean. Easy sushi. So I kind of need to find out, do I need to go there before Brad gets off work and have him meet me there, which I have a feeling I have to do. Oh, y'all. So much work. Okay, this move has been a lot. However, the way we did it with the trucks worked really well. Easy sushi. Anybody want to grab this one? But we are definitely burnt out and tired. I couldn't have had more strange things happen to me during this move, from flus to all sorts of things. And now I have this thing on my ankle from the children's bench. And I'm kicking myself that we didn't get the deck cleaned out before this. Like, while we were waiting, I got like looking for a place. I feel like that's probably when we should have done it. Okay, 101, but the garage is done. So we just need to sweep the garage, and we have a couple things to put into the truck. 101, things to do with a slow cooker. Okay, this is a really cute book for a slow cooker. It's got a plastic cover. It's really cute. Did everybody have a good day? We had a failed dinner again. We had pizza again. And apparently we're having it tomorrow night. Okay. I think what I might do is go to the grocery store and get salad stuff and make Brad and I salad. And they can have pizza. Because we've gotten so used to eating home cooking, I can't do it 2 nights in a row. Recipes to lower your fat thermostat, because it's just going to set me backwards. Okay, and it was definitely the pipe under the dryer that made me violently ill at the beginning of the week on Sunday. It was definitely that pipe, and I will tell you why. I understand that one of you said that it's normal for a pipe to connect with the toilet, like the toilet pipe, and that pipe to connect to the same place to go down. But this is definitely also connected to the sewer line. And it's just gas is coming up. And when I had no dryer on top of it, there's no grate on it, no vent, nothing. When I had the dryer off of it and I shut off the AC and I shut off the heat and it was just sitting stale and stagnant with the windows closed upstairs, that's what did it, because literally going up each flight of stairs was breathless. And I'm asthmatic, but this was like the wind being knocked out of me. Like I'm walking up each step with every girth I could find. And by the time I made it to the top, I wanted to pass out. Like, and then I had a headache until the next day. I was violently ill. I was exhausted. I was dizzy. Definitely has to be sewage, like stuff. It's okay. We stuffed it with a bag and closed the door, but I have to open the door to wash the room. So what I told Brad what I would like to do is when we're all done, yeah, it has to be sewer gas. So I think when we're all done, because we've said this to these people, and I said to them when we were looking at the house, I'm like, it smells really weird up here. It's like a sewage poopy smell. I don't know. It's not sulfur. It almost killed you. See? Okay. This is why I am a living kidney donor. And so they obsessively check my kidneys because I have diabetes and lupus and connective tissue disease. But when we moved into this house, I've never been as sick as I've been. And I now have kidney disease, stage 1, 2, borderline. They can't figure out why. So far, they said it's not from my heart. They don't think it's my liver. They were going with my lupus. Now they're like, I don't know. They're trying to figure it out. Said I did not come into said if you didn't come in, you'd be dead. Yeah. So I'm telling you, as soon as this happened on Sunday, I said, Brad, whatever that is going on up here, it is why I'm so sick. And then he found the pipe and he goes, I'm going to stuff this with a bag. On Monday, he said it. Because I have never, I know this is gross conversation, but this was like violently ill and like passing out and like the steps. And he was like this with the steps, and we're not both like this. And then I had a massive headache for 2 days. And I'm like, oh no, this is not right. So I'm going to unplug this sucker. When we're all done and we're leaving the house for these landlords, no, we're leaving. Yeah, no, I'm super sunburned. I'm always pale. I'm super, super sunburned. Okay, so, which apparently that's bringing out the white. Look. Look, now I have coloring. It's purple. So, it's also cold down here. So, we're going to pull the bag out right when we're leaving before we plop the keys downstairs for them. Because I believe, after I've told you multiple times all the problems with the house, including that, and I told them, I think there's mold. I think there's something in the air. They're not listening. They're not fixing the house. They're not fixing the dishwasher that has stringy stuff hanging and doesn't wash the dishes. They're slumlords. I said, that's it. Let them get violently ill. Maybe that's what it will take. They've already listed the house for rent. They already have applicants. They're clearly just going to go and mask all the problems again, have somebody paint the bathtub again. Like they're not going to deal with any of it. So you know what? I'm going to leave the smell for you. I'm going to let you have it, because I get a weird sewage smell downstairs, and I went into the bathroom today that we keep closed. I opened it, you guys. Not just the inside of the toilet had like a brown rust, which means it came up from the sewage. It's like brown rust. The toilet seat had it, and I was like, Brad, I don't want to clean it. I'm just going to close it and leave it for them, because they refused to listen to me. And I said, you know what? I had my own septic system in Florida, and I used to have it drained. And these people are very lazy. They need to take care of this house, and they're just gonna re-rent it out and not fix anything, and the next person's gonna get sick. So you know what? we're going to pull that bag out right before we leave. The one bag is working because we're not living there. We're just in there to clean and move. And we're mostly on the third level downstairs. So the one bag, and I have the window wide open upstairs. It's a huge window. It's like floor to ceiling. So we're okay for now. Just one bag. But I'm shocked that we made it 2 years and just keeping the heat and the air conditioner going all the time and a dryer on top of it. I'm shocked that that was able to keep me from becoming violently ill and only becoming semi ill. Like I would have like some trouble going upstairs and downstairs, but for sure. Yeah. So this is Dutch Oven Cookbook. Yeah, so I don't think people think about this, that like you need to look at your home that you own or you rent in the laundry rooms and in the bathrooms. And if you see a drain hole on the floor, you need to find out what is that. Is it just a drain that drains off like if water poured over? Or is it the septic line? I never in my wildest dreams thought, like, who would think that there's a pipe that just goes to the septic? And Brad was able to figure it out based on the flushing of the toilet from our master bathroom. I'm like, that's bizarre. Like, it's not just a drain, it's literally connected. That's why on the third floor. Okay, the country kitchen soups and starters. Like maybe it was supposed to have a something connect to it from the dryer, from the washer. I don't know. I don't know. It's not even next to the washer. It's where the dryer goes. I don't understand. Because they have the pieces behind on the wall, so you have to put the washer on one side and the dryer on the other. I don't understand, you guys. So, anyways, now we know why I was violently sick on Monday. It's just continuing. So hopefully there's no problems tomorrow. We have these boys coming to help, and we took their help, and we're gonna do it. And we're gonna hopefully get all of the physical objects out of there and the trash. That's what I need. I need the trash out. Oh, this one comes with bonus papers. Oh, with dollar amounts. I don't know what's happening here. Okay, company's coming. So hopefully we're nearing the end here. And we're paying for this truck for a week. The other truck, I think it ended up being $60 for the day to do the dump. And then the dump runs were like $14, $17, stuff like that. No, he doesn't like to help. We're done. We're done bringing him. It was so much more work to have him there. Yesterday, Brad and I moved so much faster without him. And today, so much faster without him. The Birchman Heritage Cookbook, celebrating 100 years at the Birchman Baptist Church. There's a nice church book. Yeah, no, we're not doing that anymore. No, we're done. We had to bring the younger one back halfway through the day, and it was such a drama. So to kick him into gear, and then we had to let him go play with his friends. We were like, you gotta go. You gotta go. Because the kids are done, and you know what? We're on a time clock, so we don't have time to wait for them to dilly-dally. Oh my goodness, you guys. I don't care if he hears me. I posted it. It's in our stories on Instagram, thisthatutah.com. We came home. Guys, I can't. We came home to get Walter from school. Brad had forgot to close the garage door. So all of our stuff is in glory because we're storing it in the garage. The front door was unlocked. Our oldest son, he's 15, he said, we've never taught him how to lock the door, so he just leaves. Okay, so it's the same. The bottom is, we haven't changed the handle yet because it's still sitting at the other house. We're doing that tomorrow. I said, it's got the same lock on the back of it that your bedroom door and your bathroom door have. Yeah, but you never taught me to lock it. So you're 15, and common sense is when you're leaving, you look to figure out how you're going to lock that door. And you check both doors. You would have seen the garage open too. You lock down your house. No, you didn't teach me that. I said, I'm sure we did, but common sense, you don't leave the door unlocked. Eventually he goes, oh, you mean it's the same as the back of my bedroom door? Yes. And you just turn it? Yes. You just turn the lock and close the door. Oh, but you didn't teach me. Welcome to Gen Z. These will be the people taking care of us in the elderly years. Stonewall Kitchen Breakfast. Friends, these will be the people taking care of us. I can't. And then he was out with his friends, and he says his friends left, and he was going to come home, and he said it'll take him 30 minutes. He had no skateboard. He was going to be using his feet. It would have taken him an hour and a half, max, minimum. We found him sitting on a bench in a park alone, shadowboxing. There were two cars, one with headlights, one with none, just sitting there. I said, do you understand what these people are probably doing in their cars? Like, this is not what you should be doing at 9:30 at night as a teenager. All this after the conversation of why he didn't lock the front door is because as parents, we have failed, y'all. We failed him. We did not teach him how to lock the door. I can't. You guys, it doesn't get any better than that. Like, did you know? Does everybody know that you need to teach your teenagers how to lock the door? The front door. We're talking about the front door. I honestly thought that was like super common sense, but I'm learning and parenting this generation. Nothing is super common sense. Chicken and other poultry. Chicken and other poultry. Yeah, so it was a very long day for Brad and I. But for tomorrow, what's tomorrow? Thursday. I can go live during the day at some point. So I'll probably be doing clothes and cookbooks just because right now this is the easiest thing for me to do, and clothes and stuff. And then I have to head over there with him because those boys will be waiting to help us. The fact that you guys haven't responded, I just want to repeat this. Our son left the front door unlocked because we didn't teach him how to lock the door. And right now we haven't put our normal handle on it because we have to take it off at the other house tomorrow. It's just literally, he didn't have to lock the safety lock. He just had to turn the lock on the back of the door and pull it closed. So he went out. He just left the house unlocked because we didn't teach him, Christy. We didn't teach him how to lock the door. We failed. We failed parenting 101. I can't. I posted the text message on our Instagram stories in case you don't believe me. I'd be happy to share the entire conversation. It's mind-blowing. The whole conversation is mind-blowing. While he's waiting in this park by himself, shadowboxing, while these two cars are sitting there. And he's in all black. Really far from home. I don't understand. So he wants to learn to box, but he won't make the phone calls. So he's pretending to box a person in the air, shadowboxing. I don't know how he's still around either. I went and got his yearbook this morning. His response is, did I get his ID card? He never got the ID card from the high school before we moved to online. He wants it to put it on a mirror with his other ID cards. I said, well, you refused to call the school and get one. So now I'm going to print it for you from their website. It'll be in black and white, and you can have grandma laminate it. It's not the same. It's the same. That's your ID card. Famous chefs cook with beer. I can't make this stuff up if I wanted to. I can't. But I picked up his yearbook. He was there for the first quarter, the first term. So he's the weird kid that everyone's like, who's that? Who's that kid in the picture? Also, he was wearing a 1980s Looney Tunes sweatshirt and he had the fluffy hair with braces. It's like a 1980s picture in 2025. He was skateboarding. He's going back to regular school next year because he insists on it. We have a meeting with them on Monday to discuss with them our role in this, which, you ready? So we're stepping back and he's all yours. So you'll need to punish him, you'll need to detain him, you'll need to give him detention, you'll need to give him summer school, you'll need to make him do another year of school. Whatever he needs to do to graduate is between you and him, but we're only going to semi-help because we've already been put through the ringer and we're tired. We're tired. I pulled him out and I put him in online school, which was going great, and we were making our way back to honor roll. We missed it by one class, but I'm out. I'm tired. He's got to earn it back from me. So we're telling the school, you have to take over the reins here. The other school did no sort of punishment for his behavior in deciding to fail school on purpose. So he's all yours. Busy family recipes. I can't imagine I'm the first parent to do that. I don't think I am. I don't believe I am. So I'm at peace with this, that we're going to go and we're going to tell them how horrible it was for the last 2 years and how downhill it went, and that he is insisting on coming back. And we are going to tell them that we are concerned that he just thinks he can go in the middle of the day and skateboard because he said the kids do that on break. So we're just letting you know, if he's missing from class, he really needs to be explained to. You can't leave the campus. You only get this much time between classes. Yeah, I don't think they do a lot of punishment anymore either, because of all the rules. Because every time we try to punish our teenager, he tells us, you can't touch me, the law says this, you can't throw me out, because I've told him that. In fact, this week he told me, you can't throw me out. The law says until I'm 18, you have to keep me in this house. And even when I'm 18, you still have to financially help me a little if I need it. Like, he's read me the law. Like, the boy can't lock my front door when he leaves the house, but he's got the law down that I'm imprisoned until 18. I can just hand him over. I have told him that. I've said, well, I can just hand you over. I've thought about that, but the problem is, Lady Hutch, you do that as a punishment. Guess who's getting punished? You are. Because at the end of the day, you're the one who's going to have to show up in court. You're the one who's going to have to pay the fines. You're the one who's going to deal with the angry teenager who now maybe do horrible things to themselves in retaliation. You're the one. You're going to suffer, because that's what these children of this generation do. They just like look for all of the horrible ways to make you feel terrible about yourself. There's a whole law. You got to look it up. I'm the Creasleys got pardoned today. I'm not questioning anything anymore. I'm done. I'm checking out. I did say I think it's really dumb that we're paying for these people to be imprisoned for as long as they are. That I don't think they really stole their loans from the bank. They're paying them back, and their whole gimmick is to live a crazy bougie life, and they were spending it on that. But they've been pardoned. They were in for 2.5 years. The Creasleys are home now. And the drug lord, but he didn't get pardoned to go home. So he got pardoned to go from a federal jail to a state jail. So that's to save us money. I looked into that one because I wanted to be mad. He got pardoned from federal and sent to state. So he's still in until 111 years old. He ain't coming back out. So I'm fine with that one. Unless it's a jail that he can escape from, I don't care. Whatever. Knock yourself out. But the Creasleys got pardoned today. Who's next? Diddy? Is Diddy coming out next, y'all? I need to know. Is Diddy next? Okay, here's the text. Have you all seen the pictures of Diddy? He looks real tired, and raunchy. Yes, the Creasleys were released today. They got a presidential pardoning. Their daughter showed up in a lot of Botox, a lot of facelift, a lot of makeup to pick daddy up in a hot pink outfit. And their son went to get the mom. I don't know, does anyone know if they got out of their $17.81 million fine that they have to pay back? Are they released from their $17.81 million fine? Because if they're not, then they're definitely going to get another TV show somehow. If they let Diddy out, I'm going to move to another country. Well, you might want to get yourself ready. Who else is in there? Who else should we take bets on that's coming out? The best Amish cooking. Somebody's coming out. There's going to be another one. All right. The best Amish cooking. Yes, I wanted to be mad about the drug lord guy, but he's not coming out. He's just going from federal to state. It sounded more like the reasoning for some of this is they're trying to, almost like they're trying to get rid of the federal prisons. Doesn't it feel like that? That's what I mean one person, but that's what I feel like. And so he's going from federal to state so that the state will pay for it. So the state, they won't. But the Creasleys are down. They're done. If Hannibal Lecter was an actual person, he would have been pardoned. Have you looked at who's in Colorado? Can they be pardoned? Because I read a whole thing about this, that the guy who's being pardoned from federal to state, once he's in state prison, he can't be pardoned. So you can only be pardoned if you're in federal. So by moving him from federal to state, his sentencing is fully locked in now. His sentencing is now 111 years. He lost the 100 years because he was 200 and something years. So now he's at 100. He'll be 111 years old when he's released. But nobody, not even Trump, can pardon him. Oh, the governor can pardon him. Oh, well, let's watch and see. Let's keep an eye on that then. Is the drug lord now going to be pardoned by the governor? 5-ingredient Mediterranean cookbook. I mean, I don't know. I was looking at the hopefulness of this, that like it doesn't matter. He's just going to go live in the state prison. But I guess there's no end to it. No end. The Creasleys are out, y'all. They're home. Let's look for their new TV show. How I learned how to make my own Botox in jail. How I gave myself facelifts in jail. How I kept my eyes peppy in jail and my face like this in jail. How I learned how to make makeup from poop in jail. I mean, like, I'm just looking for like whatever they're going to do. Anything's possible. Grandma's classic recipes. Well, you might want to check and see who's in Colorado, because those are supposed to be really bad people. We've gone through the list before, and they're all in their own little buildings and sell and glass containers and stuff. Grandma's recipes. Anything is possible. I don't know. Anybody have a good prisoner that like you're waiting to see? Are they getting out? I'm holding on Diddy. I'm gonna hold my place with Diddy. I don't think Diddy's getting out. I don't think he's gonna get pardoned. Here's the thing. I don't think Diddy's gonna get pardoned because I think it would be a backlash, especially because it's still going on. Like the case is going. It's not done. He's not been sentenced. He's not in there. Right. He can't even get out until his case is done. So if they were really smart, they would just keep his case going for years, because that happens. Like they go for years and years and years and years. Yolanda, the one who killed Selena. Oh, but didn't she just come up? Menendez brothers. There. Thank you. They are already up for a resentencing. I foresee it. Menendez brothers. They're up for a resentencing. They got the approval to be resentenced so they could maybe, but she was denied. But yeah, but now she could get out. I don't think she will though, because hers is death. She killed someone, and it's different than Menendez brothers. They were raped and stuff. Oh, I think they're guilty, but they're right. They can't get pardoned until they've been sentenced, and if they drag their sentencing out for 4 years, they have no help. It's federal. The president could put pressure on them. They could to drop the charges. Yeah, I think we're going more though for the pardoning. I think there's something to it, and we're just going for that. As You Like It cookbook, imaginative gourmet recipes with exciting vegetarian options. I don't know how all this works, all the legal stuff. So someone can give us lessons on this. So I'm not betting on the Selena killer getting pardoned. Not. I'm not. I don't. That doesn't fit the pardoning. The group of people being pardoned. She doesn't fit the same. You know. Yeah. She there's no polite way for me to say, y'all, it's the wrong ethnicity, it's the wrong crime, it's the wrong story, it's the wrong pity trip, it gives the wrong publicity, it doesn't financially do anything to help, it doesn't later on help, it doesn't have the full thing. The Creasleys, they bring television, fame, controversy. They put the daughter was putting money into someone's campaign. Um, they have a similar issue with a tax issue. You get the public support because they have a fan club. The Menendez brothers have a fan club. You get the public support. You have to look at each person like, what would it bring to the table? The Selena killer has no fan club. She's not bringing anything to the table. She doesn't even support the president who's pardoning her, technically. She's not making a show. So it's not to the benefit. Yeah, you need a fan club. You want to get pardoned, you need a fan club. Like the Creasley girl daughter has gone out of her way to support him and all of his things. Like she knew. They're very smart, those Creasleys. They look dumb. They do. They look like bobos. That like I don't know, something that Archie Bunker would make fun of. But they're not. They're very intelligent business wise. It's kind of like looking at Sharon Osbourne and Ozzy Osbourne, and you're like, oh, you're not that smart. Smart as a whip. Okay, so the Creasley daughter is smart as a whip. She took over the whole family business. She has been raising her siblings. She's been raising all her siblings. She knew exactly what to do to get them through this so that they wouldn't be broke as a joke, unable to survive. Right. So, and the son, one of them went to the same college that he either funds or he went to because he made a comment about the college and how it is what it is because of him. So there's a whole circle of connections. Selena lady ain't getting it. She's just not in there. Not in there. So we have to move on to the next person. And I'm going with Menendez brothers. They're it's money, it's fame, it's support, it's a fan club. There's a whole family out there voting for them, saying that they were done wrong, they went crazy like anyone would being kidnapped. Pardon them. Let them be free, like Gypsy Rose. Let them be free. They've got it all written all over them too. And let's be honest, if you had a chance like that, wouldn't you suddenly be supporting this person who could pardon you? Oh, you'd be like, I love you. You're my favorite. They have not publicly supported. Well, they can't because they're in the jail. They can't even vote. The Creasley's daughter did it for them because she was out. I don't know what their family does. We don't really hear what their family does. I bet he does, but we don't because their family are like nobodies, but they've got a grouping of people, and he could win people like the love from them for that. Be honest. If somebody took your family, saved your family, if someone saved your family, you would be grateful. If someone saved your family, you know, you would actually the Menendez boys, both of them got married since they've been in jail. So they have wives too out there. I don't know if they've gotten pregnant while they've been in jail, but I know they both have wives. I think they both do. I don't think it's one. Simply like cooking 250 recipes from kitchens of Weight Watchers. That's a whole nother thing. Men and women who marry prisoners. I'm still flabbergasted by that. If you've thought about it, can you explain to me why? Why would you want to marry somebody that you can never have consensual sex with? Why would you want to marry somebody that you can never physically sleep next to? You will never get to go on a date with them. You will never get to hold hands with them. You will never get to hug them. The guy who was engaged to Gypsy Rose did this. And then they broke up and then she got the second one. Not all of them. No, they don't all get to have sleepovers. Gypsy never got to do anything. She dated both of those men separately while in prison with a no touching. Only for the wedding for the one guy, the one that she ended up marrying and then divorcing. That was the only time that they were ever next to each other and holding hands and all of that. No, they got married while she was in jail and they were never allowed. It depends on your sentencing. Not all prisons and not all sentences allow for consensual visits. And the men that are in Colorado are not allowed to ever see a human again. They don't even get visits from the guards. I don't remember how the food is given to them and the toilet paper and all of that, but nobody ever comes in their cell. And the viewing room stays empty permanently. And there's like a whole thing. Maybe they give them the food while they're in their out room. Yeah, I think they leave them all their stuff or they check and clean up the room or whatever while they are in the they have another little, like, it's not glass, it's concrete attached to their thing and the door opens and that's their outside time and it's just another little square box. And then outside of their main cell, which is a square box, they have TVs and stuff. They live in there their whole life in solitary confinement, but it's not underground. Um, it's a giant open room like you would have in a normal jail where like the inmates get to come out. Nobody ever comes out. And that's how the guards come through. And then on the back walls, like a microwave and stuff if they have to heat something. So I think they go to the cell while the inmate is in the little square box that has like a little opening for sunshine on top. There's no windows around it. The window is up top so that they have no way in hell of ever ever getting out of there. And they keep all of the cells separate. I think most of them are actually separate individual buildings for one freaking person. One freaking human gets a building because these people are the most evil men in all of America. Weight Watchers, they had a man in England that was in a glass box that was way underground, and he had to fight really hard to get out of the box. He was in there in pure solitary confinement for decades. He got out as far as if I remember correctly. I had this conversation with you guys. Weight Watchers, and it comes with papers and a very pretty name written at the top. And so, yeah, I don't know who else is in jail that could be pardoned. I don't think that the people in Colorado could be pardoned. I think if they got pardoned, they would be sent to a state jail. And I don't think they're interested in pardoning them to a state jail. I think that's part of why they're trying to reopen like Alcatraz. I don't think they're on the happy block. Old fashioned family cookbook. But you'd want to look for like people who did tax fraud, people who did money laundering, like all those kind of crimes. I think those ones are all up for options. Fix it and forget it. Now, I do believe we have some people in prisons that is such a waste. Like, you put someone in prison because they're addicted to drugs. What is that going to do? Not going to stop them. They're going to find drugs in there and come out and have more. We do waste a lot of money on putting some people away. Like some people, it's just like, why? Why are they in jail? Doo-doo. Here's Busy Mom's cookbook. Especially like kids. Busy Mom's cookbook. So the neighbors aren't even looking at Brad and I. Like they're keeping their head turned other ways. It's like we're getting the shunning in our neighborhood that we're leaving. Brad declined the help from two people that offered, and that's it. They didn't really mean it. And no one's talking to us. I don't know. I think it's a Utah thing. So I told Brad we should, even though we don't want to go back at all, I said I think we should go on Sunday to church service at the corner where they all go. We just go. Just show up. Even though we've moved out. Just come show up. Just to be a jerk. We should just show up. Just to be a jerk. Lorenzo's pasta. Oh, I'm going to miss you. You're going to miss me? When have we ever hung out? Oh, I'm going to miss you so much. You're going to miss me so much? When have you had me over to your house? Have you been to my house ever? Never. Never. Do you text me? No. No. Do our kids even play? Our kids play, but you don't even invite me in your house. You just leave me on the porch. Oh. But you're going to miss me. I'm very aware that this is called starting trouble, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. No animosity. No. I think we should. I think we should just drive up there Sunday morning for a big old goodbye. I just put my dress on and we drive and sit right down in the chair and they'd be like, didn't you move out? Oh yeah, yesterday. We moved out yesterday. Uh-huh. We're all done. I just want to stare at you all. Okay, this is home baked family favorites with frozen dough. I love buying this now. I had no idea till I bought it, like how many things you can make. So I made the focaccia bread. A pull apart would be really good, but there's so much stuff that you can make with this Rhodes that you get in the freezer, and you don't have to use the whole bag. So I used the whole bag, but you can just use half. And I actually, like an idiot, was starting to put the whole bag in my air fryer, and I had to like pull it off the top and then move it into a tray. They do. I already sold some earlier today, so I figured I would just continue. But I already sold cookbooks today through private buy it nows that I did for people. But I don't usually go on this late. Well, I usually start earlier and then I'm just already on. I don't know what this is. Don't know what this is. What'd you go look up? Did you look up a good criminal for me? Did you get me a criminal? Did you find me a criminal? I feel like you should sell things that you know stuff about. You should sell things that you like, things that you enjoy, and things that you love. I have been live selling for 9 years, and I have been doing resale for more than 30. Incredible, and I used to have a store. Incredibly easy one dish. Like I know a lot about sports cards and stuff. I own a sports card shop because of my ex Dum Dum, but I won't sell you. I generally try not to sell sports things because I don't enjoy them. It's not my thing. You should sell things that you can talk about that you like. Otherwise, you're just full of fakeness. You know, like you're going to show something and you'll be like, this is so cute. But really, you don't like it. That'd be like going to Nordstrom and she's like, put this dress on. It's my favorite. It's your favorite, but you don't wear any of these clothes. It'll be a long day tomorrow. And hopefully on Friday, we're just cleaning because we succumbed today to letting missionary boys come tomorrow. Between my sunburn and how hot, tired we are after doing the dumps and everything. And Oh, and then I have my ankle, the pole on the kids' bench I was throwing out hit me on my ankle, and it's like that big, and it hurts. So these boys, they have nothing to do, and they keep offering and they keep offering. So we're like, that's it. Would you like to come and help clean the bottom of the deck? I have to throw a couple hundred Christmas lights out. Yes, great. And leaves and stuff. There's bees down there. Yeah, I don't care. Fantastic. Do you want to come help clean the downstairs where our shop is? It's really a disaster. I've literally ripped it apart today, and it's a disaster. We don't care. Fantastic. They said, "Oh, we get to take our suit off. Great. I'm going to order pizza." And it's, they said, "We'll get it. We're going to bring a couple of extra boys. We'll be done in 2 hours." Fantastic. They probably will be done in 2 hours, because the last time we let them help us, not them, but a different group, when we were at the other house, they're pretty quick. They're young. They're dying to put shorts on, and they are bored to freaking tears, and they're tired of sitting at old people's houses praying with them. This is the reality that we learned when we had those other boys and they became like family and didn't pray and do all. We just let them do what they want, and then they would just talk to us. I used to have them on camera when I was cooking. They would come and wave. I'm very naughty, but like, I'm not a good role model. They're not supposed to watch TV or anything while they're in their mission. They disconnect from life and from their family. I would like turn the TV on so they could see the news and they could see entertainment stuff. And you watch them, I'm like, I don't see nothing. What else do you like? What else should I flick it to? Um, but they pay to do that. It's not like they're getting paid. They do it voluntarily to better themselves and bring their love of Jesus to the world, basically. And so, but they get like to leave home. I don't know. It's for them. So, but they keep offering to help. Um, and so I was like, you know what? And Brad and I were both like, we're exhausted because of the stairs. After that sewage gas from Sunday, we're just like, and then I got this sunburn, and I got to go stand outside on Friday. So we're going to even tell them if they want to come back on Friday and help clean, they're more than welcome to. They can stay out until dark, and then they have to go back to their dorm. So, you know what? If they want to do it, more the merrier. Um, oh, well, Tara, this is purple and red. I really can't get much worse for me. This is because I have connective tissue disease and lupus. It's like fire hot, but I don't understand why it's not even. Like, it really should be even. I literally was standing like this outside at the school function. Like, why is it not even? And then I have to go back on Friday. I'm bringing an umbrella, and I think I should wear that parasol, the circus hat. I think I should wear this and bring an umbrella. No, the pain's not even. This side hurts way more. Except for some reason my arm hurts really bad, but it's not red. And part of it is because this is so purple, I don't see a lot of red anywhere else. It's just so purple that this is what's standing out. But Christy, we're just gonna let them come and help. I ran and got all of the hard cider and stuff out of the cold room, and I brought home the adult toys that I found today from when we had that business, and so it should be clean for them. Nothing that's going to freak them out. And so I warned them. I said I ripped the place apart. I mean, I ripped it apart today because we were taking stuff to the dump and we were hurrying. Now we have a lot of garbage still. We probably could fit another truck worth of garbage. We're just going to put it on the corner. I don't care. Let the landlords call and have it picked up. Don't care. I found that they have an ad already up. They've had 11 interested people, 2 applications. These people have no intention of fixing that slum house. No intention. They're just going to hide all the problems again. Yep, they're going to load it into the truck. So Brad and I are going to go downstairs. We're going to hand off stuff to them, throw it into the boxes quickly with them, pass it to them while they take it up the stairs and pass it and whatever and get it in the truck. Great. If Brad and I can skip going up and down the stairs, that'll be super helpful. And climbing around to the rooms and stuff, it makes such a big difference. And then we can give them the bags of I'm throwing out a bunch of canned stuff that I made and stuff. It's heavy. So if we can just load that into bags and pass it to them to go put into the can, fantastic. And then the deck in the back, you got to go up, 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 and then take it around the house, the grass, all the way to the corner. Let them take it all. If they want to do it, let them. They were dying to go and do something that they were playing basketball with Walter and the neighbor behind us, the kids. They were just looking for something to do because nobody was accepting whatever they were walking around. So, you know what? You want to help? Fantastic. They're not going to ask for food or anything, so I'm just going to get pizza. Technically, with missionaries, so you guys know, I know when they come to the door, people freak out. I would be more scared when somebody comes from Jehovah, whatever. My best friend who passed away, her mom converted to that. That's a whole different coming to the door experience. When these kids come to the door, they voluntarily become missionaries. They leave their families for 2 years and they pay to do it. They're just coming to see if you're okay. And like, you literally could be like, sure, do you want to come and sit down with me for a minute? I had a bad day. Do you just want to eat dinner? I'm alone. My husband died. They will just sit there with you. They're not looking, they won't push you into a church or anything. Anyways, they have to eat whatever you put on the table. So, little fun fact. And that's why one of the reasons those boys love being at our house, because they would always ask me, they're like, can you make, they had heard a lot of things about Jewish dinners and stuff. And so they kept asking me to make them home cooked Jewish food or pizza or mac and cheese because people were making really weird meals and they have to eat it. Especially if they go to other countries, they have to eat. Like it's rude. They must take it. I'm like, oh, well, right there, I'd be out. Right there. That's my out. No freaking way am I eating a bunch of crappy, weird stuff at people's places. Nope. I'm allergic. I'm going on a major diet for 2 years. Quick and easy dump cakes and more. So everything goes into one bowl and it's quick and easy. So for them helping for free and it's hot out, I told Brad we will just order some pizza. And then when they're done, we will see what time it is. If it's time allows for us to go do cleanup inside, and then we'll come back on Friday and finish all the cleaning. If they can get everything into the truck, Christy, we can just do the cleaning. That'd be fantastic. We didn't want anybody to help upstairs because our stuff wasn't all boxed, and you know what I mean? So the shop is easy. We probably should have done this on Sunday and just monopolized them for the week, and had them help with the cold room, but it's done. No, Sunday we were upstairs, right? Yeah, we're still upstairs. But it is what it is. All right, here's this one. Monday. But we could have had them come. Well, it's a laundry room. We had to clean, and Brad and Walter broke the bed apart. But we could have even had them come today to help load the truck for the dumpsters, except that we had to do 3 trips. But it probably would have been faster with them. Okay, taste of home freezer. It's okay. This is like the finale, and this is like the perfect time for them to come help. And then the thing is, my biggest thing was I didn't want anyone bringing the stuff in the house because we've made it a disaster, and now I'm going to spend the next month putting it away. But every time we've let these people all come and help and bring it in, they mean well, but they put stuff all over the place, and I can't get the stuff cleaned, and I can't climb around the stuff, and it's in the wrong rooms. No, they're going to take the cans, but they never take anything that's not in the can. But we're done with options, Christy. So I told Brad, try calling on Friday and tell them that there's going to be extra garbage. They're going to bill us for it, but you can try telling them, calling them on the phone, but they might say no. I don't want to rent another truck. I'm not coming back to pick it up. I'm not coming back on Monday to take it to the dump. By then, we've handed it over to the landlords, and I most certainly do not want to be outside facing the slumlords because I'm already preparing for the slumlords to write me and like try to tell us that we didn't do something amazing for them. And so as of right now, we told them that we won't fight them on our security deposit, even though the law says we can. It says we can terminate the lease. It says we can finish for the month and clean, but that the deposit is coming back if they're going to start with us. The Blue Willow Inn cookbook. I think this is beautiful. This book. It's a real a road food book. It's really pretty. Anyways, so I'm going to be on during the day. And yeah, so Christy, we're gonna bag it up and take it to the corner. But I mean, what else am I supposed to do? We're gonna put as much as we can into the garbage cans. We had this extra recycling can, but they use it as a trash can. And we told the neighbor across the street, we were like, oh, we're gonna give it to you. He came and took one of our other cans ahead of time. I said, Brad, you gotta call him tomorrow. And you gotta tell him to bring it back over. I need all of the cans to fill from the house. So now we're just gonna load it all onto the street. I don't care. Like the neighbors already won't even look at us in the face. What's the difference? What's the difference that they're gonna do? What they're gonna stare at us while we're finishing and be like, you can't do that. Oh, we made a phone call. That's all we have to say. We made a phone call. So hopefully they come and get it. If not, guess the slumlords will have to do it. Okay, this is Pioneer Woman Cookbook. We don't live there anymore. It's not our house. We rented it. Not our house. Not our problem. We're leaving because our landlords are slumlords. So I guess you call that karma. I also found out we can call the state, the city, health department. There's like a list of 10 places we can call about things that have not been done while we live there. The convenience cookbook, and the fact that they have the house up and they're taking applications and they haven't even begun to fix it tells me they're going to do the same thing that they did the last time, which was done to us. They tried to flip the house in 2 weeks and left us with all of these health problems and slummy problems. So I feel bad. Like, so they're going to do it to somebody else. And Brad was like, well, can you leave a note somewhere, do you think? That I've done that before in places that we live. Like I've left a paper somewhere to tell people like a problem. But this lady's a little wackadoo and I think she'll find it. So I have one place that I told them I will write something, but I have to make it pretty nonchalant. So it's us or the people before us that did it. Option 2 is we could wait until I see the ad comes down. And if you want, we could drive up there for whatever reason and drive by and make sure someone's living there. And I can mail a letter to them or leave it at the door. To the resident, just mail a letter. Current new tenant. Make sure you read this, and then I could just list it for them. The law says you can leave within 30 days. Run. I said I can print pictures. The tub will be masked. The dishwasher will be masked. The vents will be masked. There's a sewage pipe in your laundry room. Delicious diabetic recipes. That's what my husband wants to do. He wants to report them. But you got to wait until you leave. So what it says you do, in case anybody ever wants to do this, so that you can wait until you leave, and like maybe you want to wait a week or two because you're trying to get a deposit back and all this. You take photos and videos because that's what you're going to turn in as well. When you turn it in, I guess they ask you for the videos and the photos so that like, well, legally we can demand it from them and then you would go to court. It's like each one is a separate thing. So if you're turning landlords in for things, you take videos and photos. That way, like I'll use the tub for an example. It was clearly painted over the problems. And then we moved in and the paint stripped because I cleaned it. And then she said, why did you clean it? And then they kept saying, oh, we'll get it taken care of. And they didn't. So it's peeling paint constantly, and then you're seeing the problems, and then the jets, the brown and everything is coming out. Anyways, so they're clearly going to paint it again, right? But at least you've got the photos and the video to show the whole scenario of the tub, that all the problems, so that you can say, okay, well, I understand it's going to look fine when you go there, but here's what it looked like when I walked out the door. Walked out the door, and here's what it looked like. They clearly are masking it. And then the health department knows exactly what to look for. Here's this open pipe that made me violently ill. Now they're masking it, right? Like, I'm not even going to mention the pipe. I keep telling them something's making me sick. I ordered mold kits. I've done the whole thing. So you're supposed to take videos and photos along with whatever else things you have going on, so that when you report it, there's proof even when they try to mask. Because a lot of slumlords will try to like cover it up. But for your deposit, you probably want to get out of the situation, try to get your money back. Because when you report it and stuff, they're not looking to get you your deposit back. They're looking to deal with the property and make sure that they can't do this to more people. But that's not going to help you financially. That's just retaliatory for whatever you went through. But if you wanted money for health things that you've been through there, like in my case now I have a kidney problem, then you would have to sue. But you can tell, when you report them, you can tell them all that. They also want your doctor stuff. Like, it's not quick and simple. So first we have to take care of ourselves, and then we can report them. And unfortunately by then, they probably will have people in there. And if they get found for the problem, they'll shut the house down. Can you imagine like renting a place, being new to it, and like inspectors come knocking at your door and they're like, hello, I'm here to inspect the house. And you're like, well, I just moved in. I don't have these problems. We understand, but you probably will. I would be like petrified. I would be like, how do I get out of this? Can I just leave now? Can I just have my deposits and my rent back? Can I just go? Okay, the best of Mr. Food. I don't know. I also don't understand why the house is even up before we're out. And I gave him a 17-page letter with all of the problems, but you clearly are not going to do anything. You're just going to mask it. Didn't even act shocked when I gave the letter. Now I understand. There was like no fight. No fight. Anybody want makeup before I head off? And then I will do what I can to come on during the day. I have to do some cleanup down here because I'm preparing for Sunday, because our goal is to start emptying the truck no later than Sunday. But I read that we have rain 3 days in a row next week. And so I'm trying to see if we can get this done sooner. So is there anything else you guys would like? Does anyone want makeup while I'm putting these cookbooks away? And then I will try to be on earlier tomorrow, as long as my system allows it. Sometimes I don't realize how much I've been doing until I stop. Brad said we'll probably just sleep through the movie on Saturday morning. We'll just be asleep in Karate Kid. Walter will be like, did you see that? Yes, it was so good. Cliff Notes. Give me Cliff Notes, kid. Oh, there's a dog treat cookbook. Anyone have a dog that you want to make treats for? Okay, I will see you guys tomorrow during the day. I'm assuming that I'm doing a late night live as well, and hopefully I'm not as tired because we have now succumbed to asking for help. Thank you for hanging out with me and having story time. I will send you off to hang out with somebody. Let's see. All right, you guys, I'll see you during the day. Bye.